Hello and welcome back to another Forgotten Hope tutorial. This video is about spawn classes again, and today we're going to talk about the anti-tank kit. When you are about to spawn in Forgotten Hope 2, you can choose from 7 different kits, and this is kit number 6, and the icon shows you a big arrow punching through some kind of wall, which is symbolizing the armor of the tank. The AT kit is a varied kit because in all kits there are different weapons, of course. Like in the rifleman kit there is the SMLE or the number 4 or the K98 or whatever, but they are all rifles. In the assault kit there are also different weapons, the Suomi, the Pepeshka, the Thompson, the MP40, but they are all SMGs. Now the AT class is something else, because in the AT class there are also different weapons, but they are not all the same kind of weapons. They are used to hunt vehicles, but they are very different. So I'm starting with the British early war AT kit, which has the rifle as the main weapon. Let's go through the kit first. And we start with the melee, which is an entrenchment tool. And it's actually quite cool because of course, this is used to make entrenchments, hence the name. But in Forgotten Hope 2 we use this to hack to pieces unsuspecting opponents. The second item is a revolver, because the AT kit always has a sidearm for close combat infantry fighting, and it's needed if you are hunting tanks and you turn around a corner and there's not a tank but an infantry guy, then you can deal with him. Okay, then on to the main weapon. This is the AT rifle. The AT rifle is not very effective in fighting late war tanks, so then the AT kit is going to change, but in the early war maps you can just use the AT rifle and be successful with it. If you are hunting vehicles, then you have to do damage to them, of course, and you can't do that in one shot with the AT rifle. You will need several shots, and I'm gonna demonstrate how this works on this Steward here. Of course, this is a friendly vehicle, so don't do this at home, but if you go prone, just like with a machine gun, you are unfolding a bipod, and then you can aim down sights like this, and then you can shoot away. Best parts to hit are the part of where the tracks are. So if you shoot here, the armor will be thinnest. Other very good spots to fire at are the backside here, because the armor is thinner there, and the thickest parts are on the front and on the turret. So don't shoot there, you will just waste ammo. Okay. Don't try to shoot too far away from the tank, because it won't work. But if you fire pretty close, then you can hear the massive sound of the boy's rifle. And you can see that I'm causing damage. And there's already a bit of smoke coming from the tank. I used one entire magazine to do this. So if I'm going to aim for the backside, okay, next shot it will go down. Yeah, don't be too far away and aim in the back and on the sides. If you don't get a damage indicator, then you're probably hitting it in a spot which has armor that is too thick to be penetrated by the AT rifle bullet. Okay. Okay, well, it took 2 shots. And then, yeah, don't be too far away and aim in the back and on the sides. If you don't get a damage indicator, then you're probably hitting it in a spot which has armor that is too thick to be penetrated by the AT rifle bullet. Okay. Okay, well, it took 2 shots. And then, yeah, don't be too far away and aim in the back and on the sides. If you don't get a damage indicator, then you're probably hitting it in a spot which has armor that is too thick to be penetrated by the AT rifle bullet. Okay. And if you are aiming for lighter armored vehicles, like the Brand Carrier here, then you don't need an entire magazine to blow it up. You can usually kill this one faster, as you can see here. That was 3 shots. But you can see this is pretty cumbersome, and that's why most tanks will be killed in desert maps not by AT rifles, but by AT guns, like the 2-pounder or the 6-pounder for the British, or the Pak 38 for the Germans. If you are hunting tanks with this rifle, you should always aim for the weak parts. There's some myth going on that you can kill every German tank with this one. That's not true. It's also not true that you can't kill any German tank with this one, because you can kill the light tanks like the Panzer II, and you can also kill the Panzer IV with this one. You just need a whole bunch of shots. So to demonstrate, I brought over a Panzer IV, and now let's shoot at it. Okay, so as you can see, this takes 7 shots, so it will take a bit of patience. You also have to stay alive all this time and not be noticed by the tanker, of course. But usually the tanker will be in a fight, and he will be concentrating on other tankers, maybe also get a bit of damage from them, and then you can finish him off faster. Okay. On to the next item in this kit. This is a sticky bomb, and the sticky bomb is very useful to kill tanks. Just throw it on the tank. I said on the tank. And just wait. And yeah, well, as you can see, I threw this one on the side armor, and it landed here, and this is a thicker part of the armor, so it will not kill the Steward in one go. You can't destroy all tanks with one sticky nade. Tanks like the Panzer III, they always need 2 sticky nades, and don't be too close to a tank when you blow it up, because the sticky nade will blow you up too if you're just standing next to it. There's a trick to the sticky nade, and that is that if you don't want to throw it immediately, you hold right mouse button, like this. Okay, now it's ready to throw. I can walk around. Just keep right mouse button pressed down. Don't let it go. If you change weapons, you will let it go automatically, so don't do that. But now you can just run behind the tank, which is moving away from you. And then when you're really close, you let go. The sticky nade is on the back of the tank. And I was about to say then it will blow up. But apparently this Steward is a bit sturdy today. So, okay. Last item is of course the bandage or the field dressing, which works as in any other kit. The German AT kit on early war desert maps also has an AT rifle, the Panzerbüchse. It works the same as the boys AT rifle, except that it doesn't have magazines, but you load each bullet separately, like this. It also has a sidearm pistol, and instead of the sticky nades it has Geballte-Ladung. And if you know me, this is one of my favorite things in the game. can easily use it to blow up tanks. Even more than one if you're lucky. On late war Western Front maps and on Eastern Front maps, the Germans will have the Panzerfaust. The AT kit also has a different icon here. As you can see, it has an explosion here instead of a big arrow punching armor. The kit is very simple. It has the main weapon, of course, melee, and the Panzerfaust itself. And this is the Panzerfaust 30, which you can find in several Normandy maps and on on most Eastern Front maps. And you just aim down sights like this, pressing right mouse button, and you fire the Panzerfaust. Again, it's best to aim at the back of a tank. Got it. Or at the side. Allied soldiers on the Western Front maps, they will receive the bazooka when they are American. And the bazooka is the main weapon of the AT kit for them. Here you can see that again the icon has changed. There's a rocket now because the bazooka fires rockets. And the rocket will come out of the tube. And you aim down sight, you fire the rocket. And you get a bunch of rockets. And on most maps you only get a few. There are several types of bazookas. There are bazookas that are already present in desert maps. Woo! Then there's the M1A1, which is the same as this one. Woo! Woohoo! And finally there's the M9 bazooka. Yes!
Oh, nice.
Woo! When you are British on Western Front maps, you will receive the Piat, the Projector Infantry Anti-Tank. This weapon can be used at large distances, as you can see from the sides, and you can just aim at the tank. You can see that this tank has so-called skirts. And they are to help the tank survive against these weapons. So try not to hit it in the skirts, but below it. Or, of course, on the back. And again, you can fire from a pretty large distance. Another advantage of this weapon is that, contrary to the bazooka, it doesn't leave a smoke trail. So the infantry surrounding the tank or the tank crew itself won't notice where you are firing from unless they see you yourself. But it's pretty hard to notice a Fiat gunner when he is not exposing himself.
Okay, where's that fucker in the left?
Okay, that's the Shulk. When you're a German soldier on the Eastern Front, you not only get the Panzerfaust that we talked about earlier, but you could also get the Großgewehr Panzergranate. And in some kits you get both, like on Dukla Pass. And the Panzergranate just works like this. And it's most effective against light-skinned vehicles, like the Su-76. But you can also finish off tanks with it when they are already damaged.
Seriously, how did that happen?
Yes! If you're a Soviet soldier on the Eastern Front, you'll get the RPG-43. It's a grenade, so you'll have to be close to the target and then just throw it like the sticky bomb that we discussed before.
Boom.
So that's it for this video. If you have any questions or remarks, please post them in the comments. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.